If your Outlook email signature has disappeared or isn't showing automatically, the fix depends on whether you're using the desktop version or Outlook on the web. Let me show you the quick fix for both. Hello again and welcome back to another Microsoft 365 tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at Outlook and specifically at what happens when your email signatures disappear. Now this is a surprisingly common problem and it's very frustrating, especially if you have several different email addresses linked to an Outlook account and all of a sudden they disappear. So let me show you quickly how to fix this. So I'm going to open the desktop version of Outlook first of all. So this is my desktop version of Outlook. As I say, I'm logged in here, and if I go up here to New Mail, there is my new mail window, but of course there is no signature line added. Now the problem with that is that if we go up here to signature, you'll see that there is indeed a signature saved here. If I click that, it now pops up where it should be. So there's my signature line with the disclaimer text, web address and so forth. Okay, so everything is present there, but it's not visible when I open a new email, and the reason for that is it's not configured. So I'm going to delete that for a second and switch over to the File tab. If you go to File, then down to Options, and then when the Options dialog box opens, if you go to Mail, and in here you will see signatures. There's a little signature box there. Okay, so you can choose a specific signature line, open automatically for new messages or for replies and forwards. You have to make sure that that is named and make sure that the email address is the one that you want. There is my email, but as you can see, it's not configured for new messages or for replies and feedback. Okay, so that's the name. All you have to do to make sure that appears is just select it from the drop down box here, and if you select that for both of those and then say OK, now that's locked in. When I say OK to this to close the options dialog box, now I go back to my new email, and when that opens you can see there is my signature line now present and correct. So that's one of the ways to fix the desktop version. Let me switch over now. I'll just cancel that. If you're using new Outlook or you're using the Outlook web app, which is this one here, you can see I've had an email here from Gina telling me that she's just logged into her Outlook account and her signatures have all disappeared. Again, as I say, this is a surprisingly common problem and it sometimes happens after an update. Now, in order to fix this, because this is new Outlook or Outlook for the web, it's slightly configured differently. So what you need to do here is make sure that it's present on the server side settings, and to do that you need to go up here to the cogwheel. So there's my mugshot. You can see that I'm logged in here. If you go to the cogwheel, that will open up the equivalent of the options dialog box, and it defaults to email. Now, a lot of people mistakenly think that this is where you will get the panel for signatures from Compose and Reply, but it isn't. What you need to do here is to go up to Account. So if you click on Account, there is the account. You then go to Signatures. You can see that in this particular instance, we don't have any signatures added. So what I'm going to do here is add my signature, and I'm just going to use the same one that I have in my ordinary desktop account, and I'm going to add a name for this signature. It's my own name, and now I'm going to set this as the default for new messages and for replies and forwards, and save that. Okay, and now that that is done, you can see that there is my signature line. So now if I close that dialog box, go back to New, and then select Email, there is my new signature line automatically added. So there we are. At least you know now the two ways of fixing that if you have a problem with your Outlook signature not appearing. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. By the way, if you're using an older version of Outlook, you might also be interested in my adding an email signature video for Microsoft Office 2013, and there's a link to that at the end of this video. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. We have lots more Microsoft 365 tutorials on udemy.com, and you'll find a discount link in the description, especially for YouTube viewers. So I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye for now.